Yes. Yes, my people. Welcome to an extra special Insta Live tonight. Tonight, we've got one of the baddest men in the UK. This brother is badder than Michael Jackson. He's coming on to tell us his story. We have got the notorious UK former gangster hanging out in elite company across Europe, networking with the criminal elite. This guy, he is feared amongst men, an absolute brute of a man, a savage of a man. And we're going to find out a little bit about this guy. Oh, man, he has been shot and stabbed more times than Lennox Lewis has jabbed, I would say. He's literally been so active in his life. His life is incredible, absolutely incredible. I'm going to get him on. I'm going to add him in, and let's see if we can get him on, Mr. Herbert. Let's get him on and see what he's all about. But this guy is serious. It is, yes, sir.
Easy. How we getting on, son?
Yes, Mr. Marvin Herbert. It's a pleasure to have you on.
My pleasure, my brother. My pleasure. Thank you for that.
You are the man. Listen, welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. This is a platform that I've set up for great fighters and people in the fight game to share their story. Now, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different today because you've done a lot of your fighting on the roads, but your journey is unbelievable. And for anyone that does not know this man, this is the notorious former London gangster. Hold on, let me add him back in. I've just lost him. Let me just add him back in. He's just slipped out of the live. Sorry, guys, he's just slipped out. I'm just going to add him back into the live, and then I will introduce him in again. 1 second. Bear with me, my people. We get the big man back in again. Here he comes. Oh, here he comes. Big Marvin. This guy is, mate, his story. I don't even know if we're going to have enough time. I don't even know if we're going to have enough time to tell your story. Yes, Marvin, you're back.
Sorry about that. I don't know what happened now.
No worries.
I'm not good with all this technology, so I do apologize.
No problems, my man. Listen, let me start again. We've got you live on YouTube. We've got you live on Instagram. Let me just start again. So welcome to the Gunman Insta Live. This is a platform that I've set up for great fighters, exceptional fighters to come on and share their journey. In your case, you've done a lot of your fighting on the roads. You've been an incredible survivor and servant of the game, of the streets. Listen, for anyone that does not know this man, he is a notorious former London gangster. He has been shot and stabbed more times than Lennox Lewis has thrown a jab. 25 times he's been stabbed. 5 times he's been shot. He's got 24 investigations for murder against him in the past, 7 or 8 investigations for shootings, and 30 to 40 armed robbery investigations against this guy. He has been mingling and networking with the criminal elite. This is Marvin Herbert, aka the main man. Thank you for coming on, Marvin.
Thank you for the ostentatious introduction.
I don't even know what that means, but I like it.
Yeah. You know what? It's weird because now that kind of it makes me feel embarrassed now. It's weird.
Really?
It was a life that I never requested to be part of. You know, I was kind of born into it.
Yeah.
And through some early stage traumas with my dad and stuff, just sort of set my head up in a way where I just refused to be emasculated. I refused to be hurt. I refused to be beaten.
Yeah.
And I refused to lose.
Yeah.
And unfortunately for me, I took a step in the wrong direction with all that passion, you know.
Yeah.
And it was very turbulent and fast. It was exciting. But with hindsight, I wish I'd have done things differently, you know.
Listen, let's start with your childhood. Your mum was high all the time. These are your words, not mine. Your mum was high all the time. Your dad was active and violent, and you were born around guns and drugs, being around in the house. And you talked about a pivotal moment. It's pretty well publicized. A pivotal moment where your father was violent to you and burnt your hand. Can you just explain to the viewers, you know, what happened there?
I got caught shoplifting from Woolworths. I stole a packet of Wrigley Spearmint gum and 4-pack of Wrigley Spearmint gum.
Yeah.
And a Star Bar. And I got caught by the store detectives. And when they nicked me in the shop and they was taking me home, I knew I'd been caught nicking because everyone knows nicking wasn't good. And because I knew kind of what my dad done and what my mum done, and my brothers and my cousins and everyone was a bit crooked.
Yeah.
I actually didn't believe that it'd be a problem when I got home, you know. And I think this was the pivotal penultimate stage of my life, that because everything I believed in, I loved and worshipped. And then when I got home with the store detectives, I was expecting my dad to have a little scream up at the door, get me in, and then have a laugh and a joke about it, and I'll be able to get on with what I got. But it never went down like that. He kind of punched me in my face, and then when the store detectives went, he dragged me in the kitchen and just sort of held my hand like that over the fire and burnt my fingers. And at the time, I was looking at him thinking, what are you doing? Like, I thought you loved me. I love you. Like, why are you burning my hand? I was shoplifting. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, you sell all this stuff. You do all this stuff for your friends. We're not allowed to tell no one. We're not allowed to talk about what we see.
Yeah.
But yet you can burn my hand when I do something wrong. And I just hated him from that minute, I think.
Did you? How long did your father have your hand over the stove for?
I really don't. Put it this way. I was screaming and crying. And I don't know how long it was. I remember saying to myself, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? I love you. In my head, it was, I love you. I love you. Please, 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 please. No, no. So I could role play it, and that's how long it took. But I don't know how much time it took, you know. But my hands burned, but they never. I don't know why there's no burn mark on them. My friends all heard the burn. The next day, all my hands was blistered up, you know. So I never got no scar tissue, which is miraculous. But then I got shot in my eye and it never went any further. So I'm a bit of a different cat like that.
Mate, you're a different cat. Listen, where's your father now? For those that don't know.
He's dead, rest his soul.
And did you, because you said you hate, go on, sorry.
He died in 2016.
And you said you hated him from that minute on. So can you talk about your relationship from that minute on? Did you not speak with him or?
Well, no. Obviously, in my head, I always told myself that when I'm big enough and strong enough, then I'm going to kill him. That's what I've in my head. You know, when you're a kid, I'm going to get big, I'm going to kill you. You beat up my mum, you beat up me, you beat up my brothers, you beat up my sisters. When I get big, and it was just a childhood filled with an ambition to be bigger and stronger than my dad, and a better criminal.
Yeah, a better criminal. That's the mindset. That was a mindset then, wasn't it? You know, you wanted to be the biggest. You wanted to be the baddest.
Well, what I wanted to do, to be fair, was I don't know if you were old enough to remember the Sweeney, but there used to be an armed robbery program on the telly after Police 5, and it used to be called the Sweeney.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
And then there was a show where, an episode where they robbed a security van with a 18-karat gold sawn-off shotgun.
Yeah.
And when I see that, I thought, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to rob security vans. And then from that moment on, I just visualized, fantasized, dreamt, and then done it. Do you know what I mean?
Amazing. Amazing. So you basically, you know, like watching TV, saw the glorified side of crime, and you fancied a bit of that.
It was a little bit of that to be fair. It was more of a, I'm going to get enough money to get as far away as possible.
Mm.
But it weren't until I was about 18, 19 that I wanted to be the baddest man on road.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's after I had a couple of interactions with some East London boys, some North London boys, and some West London boys.
Yeah.
So 3 different occasions, and some South London boys that happened. So I had a bit of ag with a few people from around the area, from around London, and then when I went to prison, I had a few altercations with everyone from all around London.
Yeah.
And we was just in a milking pot of all the best villains from all around the country. So I think that was the place where I actually cemented the reputation by being physical, because everyone can pull a trigger, everyone can stab you, yeah? But I believe I gained the notoriety because I was physical more than anything.
Mm.
You know?
Mm.
And that, I think that's what got me where I got to. It ain't the investigation. It's not the gun. It's the way I used to physically deal with people.
Yeah.
You know?
Could you throw hands? Because we know that, you know, you've been linked with guns, knives and stabbings and all the rest of it. Could you actually throw hands? Could you fight? Were you a really good fighter? Like, you could brock up, man, you know.
Put it this way, right? Just think of it like this. I had a fight near enough every day prior to me turning my life around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a fight, or I had to knock someone out, or there was an altercation every single day of my life. Sometimes 4 or 5 in one day.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not saying it to be big. I'm just saying I was that insane. I was that aggressive that if you said one word that I didn't like the sound of, then we had to fight.
Mm.
And that was it.
Mm.
We had to fight. If you pulled out a knife, I'd still steam into you. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you pulled out a gun, I'd tell you the same thing I told the man who shot me. Get on with your fucking job, mate. You know what I mean?
Hard nut. Absolute hard nut.
It's not easy. I was a little bit deeper than being an hard nut. It was just, I think because of the insane world I sort of got brought up in, dying was a relief. Do you understand? It was more of a, I don't care if I die, because my life's shit anyway. Do you know what I mean? So, because I had that, my life's shit, I don't give a fuck if I die. So, where do you want to go? Do you know what I mean? I was never the bully guy, so I wasn't the guy that wanted to go around and beat everybody up. What I knew when I was young was if you fuck with me, then I would try to kill you. End of story. It's like when you die or I die, we're not walking around the same planet forever. You know what I mean?
Jesus. Yeah, that's unbelievable. That's unreal. That's an unreal mentality. Listen, how much was racism a big part of, you know, your fighting? I spoke with a fighter early on in the week, and he's based in Canada. And we were just talking about, even for me, when someone used the N-word at school, it was on. It didn't matter where you were, who you were with. If someone used the N-word to a black guy, it's on. And that's how it was growing up. Was that also a big part of the violence, like defending yourself from racism?
It's not about defending. When we grew up, yeah, racism was part of the norm. It wasn't really racist. We just had to accept we were a black cunt or a nigger. And if you retaliated, then you'd get arrested.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So a lot of me growing up, I fought everybody because all the black people that used to think they was hard was scared of white people.
Mm.
So I had that. I ain't scared of no one. I'm having it with you. I don't give a fuck whether you're black, pink, brown, Chinese or purple. You know what I mean? If there's any form of confrontation or aggression, then I was the man to challenge that. And I was just that way.
Yeah, no, understandable. Listen, so you had all these offences against you. You've, as we said, you've had investigations for, multiple investigations for murder, multiple investigations for armed robbery, multiple investigations for shootings, etc. But you've also been stabbed multiple times, shot in the eye, axe in the head. But what I really want to know, what's the worst injury you've actually seen inflicted on someone else? Can you answer that?
I'm just thinking.
You go through the archive.
I've seen a lot.
You're in here. You've opened up the lid, and then you're just going through the filing cabinet, selecting a disc of which one you can think. What would you say? Where the person's lived? Let's. What's the worst thing you've seen?
Someone's whole face melt off.
Wow.
Imagine that. Their whole face just melted melted like wax.
Really?
They got someone boiled, yeah, cooking oil. A bucket full of cooking oil, and then I see someone throw it in someone's face in Parkhurst in 1994.
Wow.
And the geezer melted. Hold on, it was either Parkhurst or Swellside. I might be a little bit confused. It was either Parkhurst or Swellside. But I see the geezer, black fella, melt. His whole face went white and then red, and then he just screamed, bruv.
Bruh.
And you looked on the floor, and his face was all skin melted on the floor. To be honest, that's worse than seeing someone getting shot. Because when you see someone getting shot, you don't really see much.
Yeah.
You just see the clothes move. You know what I mean?
You see the clothes move, yeah. Bloody hell. But yeah, someone's face melting off like it's, like it's a Cadbury's blooming chocolate.
Like that.
Brother, that is absolutely serious. That is absolutely serious. Hold on, I've just lost Marvin again. Just going to get him back on again. You just lost him. Hold on. Let me just get him back on. Yeah, so let me just get him back on. Yeah, one second. Let me get him back on. We've just lost him, my guys. And then I'm going to just get him back. I'm just going to get him back on. 1 second. Oh, mate. That's live again. Bear with me. I'm going to have to go live again with him. Bear with us a sec. Where is it now? Hold on, Marvin. We're going to get you back on. I'm going to go live again. Hold on. Let me give you a shout. What's that? Yeah, that's what I got as well. I'll start it again. Yeah. Hold on a sec. What I'm going to do? Hold on a sec. What I'm going to